Today, or this week, I should say, for your word study, you're going to be focusing on plural words. So plural words are when you have more than one. So really your words are going to be taking the singular version, so one, and you're going to be making more of it. So for example, you might have the word boy this week. Boy is one. I saw the boy walking down the road. But to make boy more than one, you are just going to add an S onto it. So now the word becomes boys. Most nouns are just going to be adding an S onto it, but there are some other rules that you are going to have to follow. Well, the other rule is if a word ends in certain letter combinations like X or CH or SH or a double S, you are going to add an ES onto it. For example, the word dress. Okay? I wore a dress to the party. That's one dress. But if I wanted to say there were a lot of dresses in the store, there's already a double S here. So now I'm going to have to add ES to make it say dresses. Okay? So one of our rules is to add an S for most of them, but sometimes we have got to add ES to the end if it ends in a certain combination. And if you ever need help, remember there is a poster hanging in our room. So take a look. I know you can't see it, but if the word ends in S, SH, CH, XZ, or that double S, then you have to add ES. The last rule is if you have a word that ends in a Y. For example, the word cherry. Cherry is spelled CHERRY. I would like a cherry in my Sprite. One cherry. But if I said, can I please have some cherries in my Sprite? We would have to drop the Y, so get rid of it, drop the Y, and add IES. So if the word ends in Y, if the singular word ends in Y, to make it plural, you drop the Y and add IES. So let's take a look at your actual sort for this week. I'm going to show you. Okay, so your headings are going to be to add an S, to add an ES, or if you drop that Y and add IES. For example, you might have the word this week of bushes. This is the plural version already. All of the words are the plural version, okay? But if I were to take this ES off, the word would be bush. So there's one bush. I have a bush in front of my house. That's singular. But to make it plural, we have bushes. There are many bushes in front of my house. Okay? So bushes would go under ES because that is how I have made the word plural. You're going to need to be very careful with your sentences this week to make sure your words match your pronouns and things like that. So there are several bushes. I can't say I have a bushes in front of my house because a would refer to one. So you've got to make sure everything is agreeing in your sentences this week. So bushes would be ES. What if I had the word plants? Plants obviously is plural. We have plants in our classroom. But if I take that away, I have a plant in my window. That would just be one. So to make it plural, we added an S. So that is going to go into our plus S section. Let's take a look at this word. This is the word berries. I love berries in the summertime. But that's more than one. That's the plural version. If I take this off, I'm really talking about a berry. A berry is a fruit. That's one. So to make it plural, berry is spelled B-E-R-R-Y. It ends in a Y. So we dropped that Y to add IES. So berries is going to go into our plus IES column. So you need to be thinking about what the singular version is of your word and what the plural version is of your word and what rule it follows. Finish the rest of your sort and come back to check your work.